Then we get stopped by the police. Gotta make it home to my baby. 'Cause these days niggas going crazy. Gotta make it home to my baby. 'Cause these days they say me. Gotta make it home to my baby. Holla, yeah, look. I bet I'ma make it home to my baby. Bang, bang, yeah. I bet I'ma make it home to my baby. I said, I bet I'ma make it home to your baby. Then we get stopped by the police. Gotta make it home to my baby. 'Cause these days niggas going crazy. Gotta make it home to my baby. 'Cause these days they say me.
Alright guys, Fuller coming to you with another video. Shout out to the whole LDBC. If you like this video, please like the video, and also please subscribe to the channel as well. That way you can stay up to date with some boxing, stay up to date with some soccer, and stay up to date with some track and field as well. Now I haven't really covered soccer and track and field as of late, but that doesn't mean I have forgotten about those things. You know, I'm still going to cover them. They're still going to be, you know, part of this equation. You know what I mean? If you look at some of my past videos, the ones in the past, you'll see that I do have some soccer videos. I do have some track and field videos. Now, you know, especially right now, you know, I'm very crazy about Ansu Fati for Barcelona, FC Barcelona. I think that guy is the goods, and I think that guy is going to be something something of a phenomenon. Now, shout out to Fight Hype for dropping this interview. I mean, this is a very, very telling interview. And it just goes to show what I've been saying before. I've been saying this for the longest time, but you decaps didn't want to believe me when I said that this dude doesn't want no work and doesn't want no smoke, okay? At this point in time, Tyson Fury is now looking for excuses and cop-outs for not fighting Deontay Wilder. And already knew he didn't want that work again. He did not want that smoke, okay? The thing is about the first fight, you know, arguably the first fight, you know, some people feel that he got robbed. Some people felt it was a tie. You know, me personally, after watching the fight over and over again, I realized that Deontay Wilder was landing cleaner, flusher shots, okay? Sure, Tyson Fury was making Deontay Wilder miss and sometimes swing for the fences, but when it counted, Deontay Wilder delivered. And it definitely counted when that dude knocked him down once and then slept him the second time, okay? Had that man on the ground for a while, okay? After that, that just changed the whole perspective and the whole, basically, it changed Tyson Fury's whole outlook on life, basically. After he got hit with that, not only did he get hit with a right, he got hit with a hook. But you know what is crazy that I was thinking about? I mean, someone just mentioned this, like a friend of mine mentioned this, and I'm like, dang, you know what? You may have a point there, man. And I didn't even think about that point. when Deontay Wilder threw the hook, you know, when he threw the hook after he slept Tyson Fury, you know, my friend said, hey, man, you know, that shot could have been the one that woke him up, that brought him back to consciousness. I'm like, dang, man, you're right. You're very right. That could have been the one that made him get up, you know. But regardless of the fact of that, Tyson Fury does not want no work from Deontay Wilder. He does not want no more smoke from him. Okay, the rematch, he was, I think the rematch was going to be 50-50. So he was going to make a hell of a bag for running it back. But he does not want the work. He does not want to go near anywhere near Deontay Wilder. Okay, Deontay Wilder has put fear in that man's heart. He may rant on and on social media. He may call Deontay Wilder a bum. He may call him all kinds of names. He may say all of these things about Deontay Wilder. But the fact of the matter is, in this interview with Fight Hype, it is very telling what this man has said. Okay, as we all know right now, he's doing this WWE exhibition, or whatever the case may be. But he said that due to the physical constraints of the wrestling that he's doing, that the rematch with Deontay Wilder is in jeopardy. These were his words. He said that, you know, the WWE and wrestling in general is one of the most physically demanding things that he's ever done in his life. And what that translates to me, it could just be me. You know, this is just me talking. But what this translates to is, you know, this is my meal ticket out of having to fight Deontay Wilder again and inevitably getting knocked the hell out by him. You know, this is how I look at that, you know. Many people may think that I'm exaggerating, or many people may think I'm reaching, but I mean, all signs point to him doing this right now. I mean, there's no other reason for him to have not taken an instant rematch with Deontay Wilder, you know, to not have ran it back if he was confident in his abilities to be able to beat him, and if he said he beat him the first time. Now, another thing I want to say about that is, you know, I mean, I think Deontay Wilder, knowing him, although he is the A-side and stuff like that, knowing Deontay Wilder may have been even comfortable having the fight in the UK. He was like, okay, well, you know, we can have the fight in the UK, no problem. You know, because at the time, Deontay Wilder was willing to fight Anthony Joshua in the UK. And we know what time it was with Anthony Joshua. We knew that he didn't want anything to do with Deontay Wilder. You know, and that's just the cold hard fact about that. You know, we got all types of receipts for that. You know, hell, even Barry Hearn told on himself. And I don't know if he told on himself intentionally, but he told on himself about the $50 million that they turned down to fight Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? But anyhow, the interviewer also asked something else that let me know that he's looking for a meal ticket out. The interviewer said, you know, is this one of many? You know, he said, yeah, it could be one of many. That's what Tyson Fury said when he was talking about when he was talking about his basically his the match that he's having. You know, so if he said this could be one of many, this already lets you know what kind of time he's on and what he's trying to do, what his intentions are. So basically, he knows what time it is. He knows that, fighting Wilder, that this is something that he does not fancy on doing. This is something his trainer doesn't even want him to do. So if all these parties involved don't want him to be involved with Deontay Wilder, then I mean, Deontay Wilder, the only thing he left to do for him is he needs to get that Ruiz Joshua winner. Now, as far as that fight is concerned, I favor Ruiz, of course. I think Ruiz is gonna, as a matter of fact, I think Ruiz is gonna stop him sooner than he did the last time. I mean, that's just what I believe. I really don't think Anthony Joshua is like built for the truck. And again, I keep on saying about these UK fighters, man. These UK fighters, they look good, basically they look good against guys that my nephew can beat up, basically. They look good against amateur status guys. But when it comes to a real dog, guess what? They get tamed. They really do. And usually the dog is from the United States of America most of the time than not. Another thing about this whole situation with Tyson Fury. I mean, let's look at his last fight. I mean, the interviewer asked him, "How's your eye?" and stuff like that, and how's it doing? And the crazy thing is, when you look at Tyson Fury, when you actually like pay attention and look really closely to him, he's still marked up from that fight with Otto Wiley or whatever his name is. He still like really has marks from that fight. I don't want to assume anything, but he may be back to his old tricks, up to his old tricks again. And I'm sorry to say, in WWE, they're very lax about those things. So who's to say that he's not using that as an opportunity to, I guess, quote unquote, have some fun. But the bottom line is that dude don't want no action with Wilder. He's afraid, and his family is afraid, and that's why this outlet has been provided to him. And with that being said, leave your thoughts and leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that Wilder and Fury will fight again. And my personal opinion, and I'm just going to give my verdict on it, is no, they will never fight again. I don't think so. Even with rematches and with the rematch and stuff in place, you see him already backpedaling, talking about I may be in a couple of wrestling matches, But anyhow, that's all I got for now, guys. Leave your thoughts, leave your comments. Fuga signing out. Inshallah.